Hello.
Hello and welcome to Drinky Talky Thingy number 123.
You have to suffer with me being in focus for a change, so you get my ugly mug instead of Paddy's.
Well, that's fine.
And some advertising for Guinness, unintentionally.
Oh, there's always advertising for Guinness. There's always... Oh shit, my beer's going wrong. This is a gaming podcast. You're probably already aware of that.
Are they really?
Yeah, by now. They must do.
If this is going on YouTube, I'm pretty sure 90% of the people aren't aware of that.
Probably
Even
not.
the title, Drinky Talky Thingy.
Yeah, well...
It's more about beer than it is games.
I am DrunkenGamer. You are Gal.
I also had an idea for another drinking game, but I'll get to that later.
Oh, that's good. Good.
Carry on.
And we're going to start talking about...
Games.
And we'll start with Nintendo. They've not had a good week. In general.
They've had a...
in fact, they've had a piss poor last quarter, really.
Year.
Yeah.
Let's not beat around the bush. They're not doing well.
They've had a piss poor year. And this week it kind of got compounded when they lost the rights. Well...
They never had.
Yeah, they didn't lose the rights. They never gained the rights to the domain WiiU.com. Now, some clever bastard registered WiiU.com back in 2004.
Yeah, can I point out, we know exactly how this person's done it as well.
He registered Wii U A, B, C, D, E, F.
Pretty much registered any available four-letter names, which is why you can't get anything anymore.
No,
because remember, there was the big gold rush, wasn't there? Everyone went for any 3-letter, 4-letter, 5-letter because they thought we can make money from this someday. And turns out they might.
Yeah, that is true. There was all that going on. But I think 2004, the Wii U was out. The Wii was out, just.
But why would you put the Wii U?
I think the person will own Wii A to Wii Z.
Yeah. I think they've watched... I forgot what it's called now.
It's the cat video. No,
the
Kung
film.
Pao.
Wii U, yeah.
Kung Pao.
Wii U. I think somebody registered it from that. Honestly, I think Kung Pao wins. Although that's definitely pre-2004.
But anyway, yeah, the Nintendo went to court to try and gain access to the domain, and quite frankly, they've been sent away. Said, no, sorry, you can't prove that you've got commercial rights over this name. We're not giving you it.
This is the problem.
They've got the right to appeal at this point.
Yeah,
but
this is the problem. The UK were very against squatting.
Yeah.
So if you just .co.uk, absolutely fine. As soon as it's .com, you got no chance.
No.
Freedom.
But this is an interesting ruling because
me taking the mick out of America. Sorry.
It's an interesting ruling because Microsoft are currently in court to try and get Xbox One.com and .net back. Because somebody registered them back in 2011.
Yeah. Which means somebody that knew what was happening.
Yeah.
Which, because it's not that long ago. It's not far enough back for you to think it was a lucky guess.
No, it's not far enough back to think lucky guess. It's somebody knew something, or somebody blabbed.
Yeah.
It literally, something went wrong.
I think probably the latter. I think somebody blabbed.
Yeah. But if Nintendo have been denied... Microsoft will probably be denied. Because the Nintendo case proves precedent.
Yeah. Unlucky, guys. I don't really care, to be honest. I know that sounds really bad, but just stick with... Microsoft should have just called it the Xbox.
Yeah.
Back to basics.
Well, we made that argument for the Nintendo as well.
Well, Sony are the ones that got it right. I mean, really, you go to PlayStation.com, you get everything PlayStation. Yeah. That's all you need. You need one URL. Wii.com should be for the Wii U.
No, but Xbox.com is what Microsoft use.
Yeah.
It's Xbox.com. It's not Xbox360.com.
Exactly, so why would anyone go to Xbox One? It's a wasted URL. There's no reason to have it.
No, but some idiots do, because everybody assumes that whatever you say is a domain. Such as, I did notice that I accidentally... got something wrong a couple of podcasts ago. The first solo, I said 8-Bit Alliance. Not 8-Bit Alliance. I said Drinky Talky Thingy.com.
We have so many stupid accounts.
We don't own that domain.
Why would we?
Because it's the podcast domain.
Why? It's not. We don't need it.
In my drunken state, I assumed that our site for the podcast.
I own everything. Beer.com. We have no reason to own it. So.
Yeah. But anyway,
Somebody wants to buy it and gift it to us, go ahead. Or buy it and put porn on it. We don't really care.
I'll accept that.
It makes no difference to us.
No.
Because nobody in their right mind is going to search drinkytalkythingy.com. It's too long. It's too awkward to type.
Yeah.
8-Bit Alliance is bad enough. Sorry.
After the weeks we get...
I think I came up with that one.
Yeah, you did.
Well, at the time, we were supposed to have lots of people contributing, not just 3 of us.
Well, we're moving on. We're going to get that solved.
Yeah, go on.
I did
Injustice.
mention
there's
that.
more Nintendo, aren't they?
Well, no, Injustice is the Nintendo thing.
I knew that.
Because it's Injustice.
It's like you've put things in order.
Almost as if I'd planned something.
Carry on.
You'd never know. Yeah, Injustice has been out for a while. I still haven't managed to purchase a copy of it.
No. I haven't even got Last of Us. I'm depressed. My life's pretty much... I'm playing Ico at the minute.
It's always worth it playing Ico.
It is, yeah, but at the same time, I could be playing Last of Us.
I'm playing Okami.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm ahead of you. I'm actually playing that one. Yeah.
But yeah, Injustice, been out for a while. It came out on the Wii U, but they haven't been keeping up with the Wii U DLC, and there was no confirmation that the Wii U was ever going to get the DLC until yesterday, when it just randomly appeared.
Nice.
Including some DLC that the other platforms haven't got.
So it's kind of like the Microsoft PR approach of, we're giving you Fable for free.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Fable for free? Oh, yeah, it's on Xbox. Okay. Cheers. I saw that on Reddit before any press came out about it.
The Xbox... No, because that was announced at E3.
Yeah. I saw that on Reddit before.
The gold games.
Yes. They had... I don't know if
I'm liking this because I've still technically got gold.
Nice. I don't know if it's asked me anything or if it was just Major Nelson being on Reddit. But somebody just said to him, mate, what's going on? PlayStation have given us Battlefield, they're giving us, Saints Row, awesome list of games. You've given us this. And he just said, I'll have a word with marketing. It's like the perfect admission of, I don't have anything to do with this, but you're right, something's not quite right.
Yeah, and do you want to know what the response was? This month's game is Assassin's Creed 2.
No, this was in response to the Assassin's Creed 2.
So they responded with Fable.
What? No, Fable was the original, wasn't it? Fable was out,
yeah.
And Assassin's Creed has come out now. Yeah.
What's next month?
Oh.
Because they're giving us games that have been out for...
That's the point, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
We need better games. Sony have given us these games. You've given us
this month's PlayStation Plus, I think is a very, very shrewd move by Microsoft, by Sony's PR people. Because
whatever could you mean?
How better to get the first-person shooter crowd to transition from Xbox to PlayStation ahead of the PS4 launch than to give them Battlefield 3?
Yeah. I'm just thinking...
Has your disc copy been unboxed yet? Because it is now completely worthless.
No, but I've got it on PC. So it's going to remain boxed. It's going to be one of those relics, in the future when people... Or when you're looking back and you go, I've still got this sealed copy. People go, why would you keep a sealed copy? It's worth millions now.
Not going to happen.
Just worth a try. And they go, oh, well, it was just lying around. And everyone thinks, how did you not play that? I understand that now. I don't have time.
But anyway,
I've still got Skyrim sealed.
Wii U got the DLC for Injustice, and it's even got a Japanese-only DLC that the Xbox and PS3 didn't get. Alternative Japanese costumes. One where the Catwoman costume is basically not wearing anything at all.
I went straight to tentacles. I had this squid thing. It's just...
Not every manga
Every single one has tentacles. Sorry. That's just kind of an insight into my brain.
Yeah.
Can we move on, please?
Mario Kart 8 is... It looks like it's still going to meet its Q1 2014 deadline.
It's clever wordplay here. It's drifting
Yeah.
into...
It looks like it's going to be April.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is... Well, actually, no, it's not. It's not quarter one, is it?
No.
Because March is the end of quarter one.
Yeah. Unless it's like the very end of March.
Yeah.
Then they are not quarter one. Which, let's be honest. Do we care?
No! They should release it now!
No, they should release it when it's finished. We've seen rushed games before. It never ends well.
No. Now, DLC the missing tracks. I don't care. DLC Mario Kart to hell and back. I don't care.
All they're doing is making tracks from now until April. They're doing it wrong. I assume they're still making game elements. Surely?
Probably,
yeah.
But...
They can't just be doing tracks. Because all of the tracks that are going to be on there, let's be honest, are going to be old tracks.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a big nostalgia kick on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah. They will now, but...
Do we put in little adverts in those gaps?
No, I delete them.
What?
They get deleted.
What do you mean you delete them?
Because I...
No, but I understand you edit the audio, but the video is going to go from us, like, randomly talking to and suddenly moving.
Yeah, I cut that out.
Well, can't we just put an advert in between and then fade it back in like it was casual? We can advertise anything. We'll just make.
You've completely broken it.
We'll
so
make
yes,
we'll make.
I will put an advert in just for you for that one. Otherwise, we'll just continue.
I think we should. We can actually sell these slots later to people. It's this new concept I've got, right? Advertising in a podcast. Yeah. We can. If anyone wants us to advertise anything, and I mean anything, we're not even going to charge. We just need something to fill that awkward gap.
No. We are going to charge. Buy us a beer, and you can have your image in that gap. I don't care. Yeah,
your face. I don't know what else to add. Your cat.
Your
dog.
You're here 1 week and you fucking break everything. It went fine.
2 weeks off. I'm just eager to please.
But anyway,
where are we going?
Well, Mario Kart. Would you accept DLC? Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Oh, anyway, fuck it. Mario Kart will get DLC. I'll bet you. I think Mario Kart. I'll accept DLC for that game. I will accept new tracks having to be bought and new carts being added. It's the one game that I'd like to see get some longevity in it.
Yeah. But let's be honest, Mario Kart, the last one, lasted quite some time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still playing it
last month.
Quite a bit after it was released. Yeah, actually.
2 or 3 months ago, you won a tournament. In fact, you were banned from a tournament at work.
I was banned from it, yeah. I trained my director, and he won. So not only that, I'm thinking now I have a career in professional game training. Because if it's going to be a sport, somebody needs to train them.
Right, shall we move on to Double Fine then, and the taking of the piss?
Yes.
It's really, really ridiculous. Double Fine Adventures, now known as Broken Age.
We always have kind of a mixed opinion, don't we, on Kickstarter?
I'm for Kickstarter.
Yeah, but they're slowly, for games, I think they're kind of... Sorry, let's do this.
Yeah.
They're going on a downward slope. It's not good.
There's a bit of a problem with Kickstarter in that people are not... They're not properly pricing their projects. This has always been my problem with Kickstarter, that projects are not properly priced.
You're also not getting a stake. I know this sounds ridiculous,
but
this is my argument every time with Kickstarter, is it's not a funding thing. You're not funding a company, you're just pre-buying a product.
Yeah. Pre-buying a product that doesn't have to appear.
Yeah.
To me,
it's a nice idea, but yeah.
I wouldn't mind if projects... I don't mind when projects put up a value that is right.
Yeah.
Like Project Guyana. Project Guyana, one of the very few projects I've actually backed, surpassed its target and the game launched. And it has since relaunched on PSN, on Xbox Live.
It's doing quite well, isn't it?
It's doing really well. It's a really good game. But the thing is, then you go to the big boys. The indies are doing well out of it. But the big boys are basically... Something's gone wrong.
people with a history
Yeah.
in game development, the people that should know better.
Well, this is it. They go away and they go, oh, we got all this money. We have to do this and that and that. And that's when scope creep comes in.
Yeah.
And project creep comes in. And now they've got to the point where Broken Age, despite the fact that it got $3 million worth of Kickstarter funding, which is well above its $400,000 asking, is now running out of money. Is now actually having to consider selling the first half of the game on Steam Early Access to get in more money to finish the rest of the game's development.
Let's be honest, it's just a complete joke. If the idea was to build a game on 400,000, that should have still been the idea. Clearly something's gone horribly wrong.
The worrying part here, here's the other worrying part, that Double Fine have a current Kickstarter up for, is it Epic Chalice or Mighty Chalice or...
Whatever it was, you told me about it before, and I said, why are they doing another one? You said, well, they have a big team, and they're going to work
Yeah.
Yeah.
It now kind of makes sense. It now makes sense that you might have been right. That the reason they've suddenly started another Kickstarter is because the first one's run out of money.
There's something not right. I think they're using this model to fund their studio, not fund the development.
Yeah.
It should be on a per-game basis. You're not paying for people to lie around
Well, even
and do fuck all. You're paying for them to
when you
develop
think about it logically, the original 400,000 target. That, if you do the maths, not taking into account any development costs, purely wages, is 8 developers for 1 year.
Yeah.
And you can guarantee that a studio like Double Fine will not be working a game with 8 developers for 1 year.
Well, to be
It
honest,
can't be done.
maybe not 8 developers, because let's be honest, it's Double Fine. They'll probably pay them stupid money. Well, not stupid money. Money that they're worth, but...
Yeah, no.
Not
I
really
agree
cheap
with,
developers,
but I'm working on an average. So average $55,000 per person. You've got 8 developers for the year. You've got 400,000 covers 8 persons' wages for a year.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a game finished in a year. Not to the caliber of
What they want.
what people expect. And that's just developers. Where are your arts people coming in? Where are your sound creators coming in? This is the problem. They are completely undervalued what it costs. You're seeing more...
But they know how much a game costs to make.
Yeah.
They know that you can cut corners to make up some of it. But they clearly haven't. They've done the opposite.
Yeah.
They've done what you do when you go on a night out with a pocket full of money.
Yeah.
I've got tons! Oh, it's all gone.
And ended up at a cash machine.
Exactly, yeah. And you end up spending more. Whereas if you go out with less money, you spend less money.
Yeah.
Or the whole work meets the deadlines and so that argument.
Well, it's
That was English, right?
it's still a developer, so I'm still doing that. And it's what's called project creep. Project creep. I keep saying screep. I don't know why. But
Carry on, yeah. So
it's where all of... Every time you meet a deadline, another idea pops up. And because it's such a good idea, it actually becomes part of the project. And the project goes on.
Yeah.
And another idea pops up and another idea...
Well,
rather than actually sign off anything.
That's the whole idea of is it Scrum development, where you do
Yeah.
your sprints
Well,
and your...
we work Scrum now,
Yeah.
so that's...
Well, that's the point, innit? If something new comes in, you just say, right, well, this sprint will go into the next one. But it's got to kick something out.
Yeah.
And it keeps you on track, and you can see why that's...
Well, that's it. Scrum is actually 2 week, 1 month blocks, and literally once you've committed to that block for the month, nothing can come in.
Yeah.
But at the end of the sprint, you can renegotiate what's being done. So at that point, the project can change.
Yeah. I'm learning all of these industry terms now because, well, we get to do it soon.
If you want, this is.
I don't have to develop, so don't worry.
No. But you'll need the Scrum manual, and I'll give you that. I'm a fully qualified Scrum Master. I'm a certified Scrum Master.
To me, you should be wearing a wizard's hat when you say that.
I know.
Or a rugby kind of top. I'm not quite sure how this works, but when somebody calls himself a Scrum Master, it just seems a bit...
I know.
You should have a 6-sided dice. And that's a thing, right?
That's
8-sided,
Dungeon Master.
6,
Yes.
I know.
EA putting more emphasis back on Origin. They're actually putting the main guy back with Origin again to try and pick it up. And
it was such a great idea from the get-go. Sorry. No, Origin's never been good. Ever.
Well, no, they wanted to try and make it more of a social network type thing and integrate more community features in there. And I still think...
They want to be Steam.
They want to be Steam, but they're not going to be Steam.
Honestly, they'll be better. Instead of trying to innovate, just copying and pasting Steam. And then going from there.
I don't think they would. I think people, if given an option between the two, might make a choice. But
nobody's going to go to Origin over Steam.
But what they need to do is bury hatchets and partner with Activision.
Oh, that was an interesting angle.
Yeah. Bury some hatchets, partner with Activision, merge Origin with Battle.net.
Yeah, I can see that working.
Because Battle.net's got the community aspect, and Origin's got the storefront.
What you need is an API that everything plugs into.
Well, there's that as well.
One central place. Sorry. I wonder if that could be done. So you'd have a central thing you log into, that communicates with Steam, with Origin, blah, blah, blah. You get the best price when you click buy. And it downloads from whoever server's providing it. That would be nice if all of these developers offered an API that you could plug into.
Well,
that's never going to happen.
I just use the website steamsales.com.
Hmm?
Literally, I think it's Steam Sales. I'll put a link to it in the...
Is this the one there's Green Man Gaming, isn't there? There's another one. They all give you Steam codes. No?
Steam Sales is literally just a site that looks at Steam, GOG, Green Man, Desura, and all of these, and tells you what games are on sale and how much they're on sale by, with a histogram to see how much you're saving historically.
But the issue I've got with this is I don't want 26 different applications to download a game. I don't want a client for this, a client for that, a client for that, a client for that.
So it quickly popped up. It shows you what's on sale right now and where it's on sale.
A lot of sales.
Yeah. So right now, new Left 4 Dead 2 is $4.99 on Steam.
That's a pretty good deal. Oh, just below it, Killing Floor, $3.99. Awesome game.
Exactly.
Have you played Killing Floor yet?
No.
You should. To me, that's a proper zombie game.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's Left 4 Dead 2, but pretty much waves and first person. I enjoyed it.
Shall we move on to the big story of the week?
Don Matrick.
Don Matrick.
I think his name sounds like something out of Mad Men. You know, watch Mad Men? Basically, ad people from the 50s. Don Matrick sounds like he's from the 50s and he's an ad man.
Yeah, well, he did it. Apart from his bad press in the last couple of months, he's done a good job of turning Xbox gaming around.
Around?
Well,
whoa. Xbox came in, slapped the market with a big hefty fish, and walked away with half of it. I think it's not turning it around. I think they just came in strong and kept strong until a couple of months ago.
No, because it was floundering a bit. Sticking with the fish.
All right. But I don't want to school you, right? But I'm out of puns.
So but yeah, he was floundering a bit, and then he came in and took over, and he made it stable again and did well.
I think the announcement's a red herring. That's
just wrong. But anyway, this week he has announced that he is leaving Microsoft and heading to, of all people, Zynga.
Yeah, pretty much what's come out since his initial announcement is he's not so much leaving as they've given him lots of pennies.
Yeah.
And
he's
got a better deal.
They have basically bought his very soul. Mm. I still think that the best person to sum up the departure of Matrick has been Control-Alt-Delete.
What have they done?
It's literally just the comic is him on one panel going, "So long, losers! You're going down!" waving at a pirate ship that is Xbox. And then the next panel cuts away and he's on a dinghy with with Cthulhu.
Yeah, pretty much.
With a Zinger flag.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, this is a good move. From a career aspect, he's going to earn enough money to... Well, he's already got enough money to retire, but he's earning what can only be described...
It's obscene money.
We've worked on our metric system, and I think it's actually considered a shit ton of money.
Oh, no, it's actually a metric fuck ton.
So a metric fuck ton of money. To the tune of 90-odd million or something daft in it. I mean,
right.
50 million
overall,
pounds.
right.
Yeah.
50... in his first year, he's set to get $20 million.
Presumably the shares hold out for this year. Some of that is share options that you can sell off this year.
Some of that is share options that you can sell off this year. Yeah. So as long as the shares don't drop any further.
Yeah. Which, how do you get down from rock bottom? Is that...
They actually jumped.
I know, when they came on board.
Yeah, when he came on board. So he's got a track record. He's brought it with him. And they've jumped. So he's looking to get around $20 million this year. By the end of the first 3 years in the job, he is set to get $50 million in pocket, but have another $40-odd million in share options. So he's looking to get about $92 million.
It's obscene how much money.
Yeah.
Which, interesting stat, somebody pointed this out the other day on Reddit. It sounds like I'm going off the track here, but in Finland, for every £1 billion of money in the country, each person, on average, has $122, I think they said. In Canada, it's something like $13. In America, it's 60 cents. So for every £1 billion in America,
the average
person has 60 cents.
That's just insane.
That's just ridiculous, isn't it? The amount of money in America is...
Well, crazy, it's not the amount of money, it's the distribution of wealth.
It's an interesting infographic, I'll see if I can find it later, but literally it shows the distribution. And it shows what people think it is, what they want it to be, and what it actually is. And literally it's kind of like, what people think it is that kind of slope, what you'd expect. Juice to the camera. That kind of slope. What people want it to be is kind of that kind of slope. And what it actually is kind of nothing spike. Literally every single penny is in the 1% at the end.
Don't talk about pennies. They need to be gone. Pennies need to go away.
There's nothing wrong with pennies.
Pennies are wrong. Pennies cost more to create than they're actually worth.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But anyway, sticking with Xbox One, Matrix gone. I think he's doing the right thing financially.
He's doing the right thing in general.
He's doing the right thing in general. He's leaving on a lower. It can help Microsoft turn around their reputation because now they can blame everything on him.
Yeah. But from a positive standpoint, he can be the guy that turns Zynga around.
He could be the person that turns Zynga around if he manages to turn it around.
And it's the market he likes. It's digital only.
Well, no. No. If he's in a win-win situation because if he turns Zynga around, he is the person that turns Zynga around. If he doesn't turn Zynga around, he walks away with $92 million fucking dollars.
Well, no, because share options it'll only be about
50 million.
So that dinghy with Cthulhu is suddenly looking pretty good right now.
Oh yeah, that's a gold-plated Cthulhu at this point.
Japanese Cthulhu. Sorry, no.
I'm going to start
that. It might be into it.
I'm going to start questioning what kind of anime you'd be watching when that's your default option.
All I know about Japan is tentacles. I've been schooled by the internet. It's kind of Rule 34, but at the same time, I'm sure there's a rule that just says tentacles.
There is, and I can't remember which rule it is.
Everyone knows Japan tentacles.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Microsoft have said, if you're ready to start making Xbox One apps, start making them now and make them Windows 8 compatible. Because the Xbox One's going to be dual operating system, basically.
Yeah. The more I hear about Microsoft and the Xbox One, the more I think, why didn't you just listen to us? Because everyone complains.
No, I just keep thinking, why the fuck did you not announce this? Why the fuck did you not sing and dance about this? Why the hell do we have to learn about this after you've cut the fucking thing?
The big issue for me is literally, they did the whole digital thing, and I thought, I'm not ready for this now. I don't want this. It's too restrictive. Yeah. But all of our reservations were no offline.
Yeah.
And no second-hand market, really. If they'd said the average game's going to be cheaper, there'll be an offline mode,
Well, no.
Sold. Instantly, that console is suddenly good. But they didn't. They just wiped the slate.
Yeah, my argument is that if they just went, basically, what we are now offering is Steam on consoles.
Yeah.
We will discount the price drastically, and there will be regular fucking sales.
But they didn't offer offline mode. That was the one clincher for me. There needed to be an offline mode.
But they could have left everything there and just gone
offline mode.
No. That 24-hour check-in? Yeah, fuck that. That's it. That's all they needed to get rid of.
I know it is. Or
you need to have an internet connection to sign up to it to initially start it off. Because nobody can question that because they've accepted it on their fucking iPhones.
Better yet, let's go even further. The reason for these things were for those extra features. The ability to share with 10 friends, the ability to sell your game on to one extra person. Right. Great. Put a flag on a game. If you've shared it with people, that particular game has to check in.
Yep.
Anything else, fine. Fix the problems. The problem wasn't the online-only thing. It's the fact you just didn't care what people wanted. And now, you still don't care what people want. You ignored everything that people said and just went, fuck it, we'll copy the PlayStation.
This week's Humble Weekly Sale, just email come in. Tokitori. Awesome. Well worth it. They also throw Tokitori, Edge and Rush. All very good puzzle games.
Cool. There you go. Buy them.
Breaking news!
We're at 10 minutes.
I know, no.
We don't stop. It's seamless.
Or it would have been seamless if the battery in that camera hadn't packed in at this point. So I will continue with the podcast in a second. There will be no video for a short while. We realise that the video is missing while we're listening to the halfway mark song, at which point we switch back to the webcam. So the video quality will take a dip again. I am working on it. I will get it better, but yeah. Cheers. It is.
Except for the fact my hands were here, now they're there.
But we will have to stop for a song in a second. But yeah, Xbox One will run Windows 8 apps, which is interesting news. It means that there's quite a big market out there. However, that might be how they solve the self-publishing issue. Because they allow people to self-publish Windows 8 apps, but not games apps. So if they let indie developers create Windows 8 versions of their apps, thereby feeding the ecosystem of both the PC and the console.
I get the feeling that somehow the phones are going to come into this.
And the phones.
I feel like they're forcing people out there to develop for
They're forcing the indies to work on cross-platform.
Yeah, which to be fair, if it's one platform, they all work on the same technology, the same hardware, the same kind of... then why not?
If it works, it works, and you can't fault them for this. It's a good way of doing it, and that's how they're going to get... That's, in my opinion, how they're going to get round the self-publishing argument. And if that is the case, then please just come forward and fucking say it. Because that is good enough for most indies.
To be honest, let's be fair here. They have... What I'm going to say is the number one mobile platform for usability.
Oh yeah, Windows Phone is good.
It's a great software.
7.5 is shit.
Yeah, but 8 is good. Even 7 point whatever it was.
7.5.
Oh wait, no, that was bad, wasn't it?
No, 7 was shit. 7.5 is okay.
8 is good.
8 is brilliant.
Yeah. So they made an awesome operating system, but forgot, the whole if you build it, they will come is bullshit when it comes to OSs because especially when you charge for it and no one else does. Let's be honest, that was a pretty dickish move. But they have the platform there, they just need to build it. Now, they've done the same with Windows 8. They've lost a lot of their share. Yeah. So they built this platform thinking people will come. They didn't. And now they have a console which they've built and they're hoping people will come, and by the looks of early stats, they won't. They weren't, but they might be now because gamers are fickle.
We're fickle, but we're not that fickle.
Yeah, but people want their gamer scores, damn it. That's how fickle people are. They have these scores which has cost them nothing to get, means nothing.
I'm going to say one word. One word will solve your gamer score issues. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. Doesn't matter what platform you end up on. That's the word.
Yeah. But
Raptor crosses platforms.
It's all bollocks anyway.
Yeah.
You get nothing for these scores, except for Raptor, you get rewarded.
Yeah, Raptor, you get rewards. Raptor, you get to prove that you're better than your friends. Raptor, you get to prove that you're better than the other people playing that game.
You know how I prove that I'm better than my friends?
You go around...
I kick their asses in person.
Yeah.
Then I point at them, laugh, and get my head kicked in. That's how I roll.
Yeah, but you generally leave the point and laugh until after I've had too much to drink to actually get up and
down in a corner. Games nights. I was going somewhere with this point. I have no idea where it was.
But we'll take
Microsoft, good ideas, just need software. All of this coming together is building software, but I don't feel like this is the reason they've done it. I don't think they've thought this through.
You think this is just a fluke?
I think literally we're
thinking ahead of them.
We're clutching at straws. I don't think that's what they're doing, because I just think they're a bit misinformed. If that was the reason, they would preach. They can't be that retarded that they wouldn't tell people.
Yeah, but they didn't sing and dance about family mode.
They didn't sing and dance about anything.
They didn't.
They went, no, it's all rumours, but it's all true. It was a terrible announcement.
Yeah, that was the one thing. It's all rumours, but rumours can be true, so that's not...
They pretty much said, those rumours, it's a load of shit, don't listen to rumours, blah, blah, blah. So, log in every 24 hours, didn't tell us why, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, you can't sell your games,
Apparently the German courts are up in arms about the Kinect as well. It's always the Germans.
Yeah.
No.
It's pronounced the Germans.
Let's not get into that territory. But God bless them, they always kick off. And they've got a special
Australians as well.
Yeah.
But let's face it, the Germans have other reasons to hit the US at the minute, so let's carry on.
But the Germans have they've developed a special kind of bile for Microsoft.
I think it's moved beyond that. It's just the US in general.
Yeah, but no, it's Microsoft. They hate you. They hate the US, but Microsoft they really hate. It's the Germans that led the front on the Browsergate issue at the EU courts. It's the Germans that led the rampage on the privacy of MSN. It's the Germans that led every case against Microsoft in the last few years. And it's the Germans that lead in the case on the fact that the Kinect has to be always turned on.
Yeah. It's also the Germans that have gone, you've been spying on us for the past how long?
Yeah.
Fuck you. They're not happy with America in general, so American companies are probably not going to get well received in Germany.
And finally, last Xbox One, because we can finish this on a high.
Yeah.
They are making use of that Kinect. And the one thing that I can say, I am happy with this development.
Yeah.
Rather than typing in a fucking code, you will be able to hold up a QR code to the Kinect camera and it will scan it.
I love the fact now, though, because this has come out.
And I'm going to say one thing. Why the fuck was that not part of the Kinect 1?
Well, this is what amuses me now. What Sony are going to do is go, yeah, it's a good idea, and done.
Yeah.
Because QR codes now, the software has been around for however long.
QR is an industry standard. It
is.
Standardised format.
It's a fucking waste of time for mobile, though. But for this, I can understand. This is another thing that's been annoying me. So I'm going to rant now.
Go on.
QR codes have set me off, but the advert for mobile payments.
Yeah.
So if you're going to a cash thing and they've got the contactless technology, you go, get your phone out and go, beep. And the guy looks really smug that he's paid really quickly. Great. It takes me longer to get my phone out, load an app, and get to the point where I can beep it than it does to get my card out.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want to do that? Sorry, that's my rant. It's the same with QR codes. The reason they don't work is because they put them on billboards and on buses. And a bus goes by, QR code! Oh, where's the bus? Every time. They're useless.
Yep.
You shouldn't have to twiddle and press to find the right app to get a QR code. It's just silly. Sorry, I'll carry on now. I realise on Android you can take a picture and then Google goggles or whatever will scan it later and go, oh, woo, do this.
You can do that with most QR readers on the iOS as well.
Yeah, but you got to get a QR reader. That's what I mean. You have to load up the app to do it.
Yeah.
It takes too long. It's just silly.
I think at
What
that point...
I want, sorry, I'm going, screw QR codes, just image recognition. If
Yes.
there's an advert of
Google goggles.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
image of a half-naked lady, you point it at the thing, suddenly she animates and starts giving you a dance. That's what you want from just, no.
I want that from every picture of a half-naked lady. But
I'm just saying, sex
I've
sells,
got
so that's...
I happen to have what is called an imagination.
Well, God, I'm never sitting next to you on a bus. every single billboard or whatever is a half-naked woman. That's just how things are sold. Which is why I used that example. No other reason. But you want to be able to hold it up. If it's a car, the car races off or it turns and shows you bits.
AR is getting more prevalent, but yes.
But that's what you should have. And you shouldn't have to load an app to do this. It should be part of the camera built in.
Yeah.
You need industry backing. You need Google, you need Apple. You need
Google
everyone
Glass
to get
might
on board.
actually be able to manage that.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's what I'm
anyway,
waiting for.
at that point, we're going to stick... we need to load the videos off the camera, so we're going to stick a song in here.
Yes. Music. You know what they say, once you go wow, you die. I don't know how to end that.
You're dead inside.
Yeah, you never go back. You don't quite have the same ring to it. But
It's not that. It's not the fact that everybody who ends up on World of Warcraft ends up pretty much living on World of Warcraft. It's the fact that in order to build the market that World of Warcraft has, they've completely degraded what MMOs were. MMOs were a challenge. MMOs were something that you really had to work together to play.
Yeah.
But now it's devolved to the point where 25 random people can go in and take out the endgame boss and never say a word to each other.
Right, come on, let's be honest here. This is what gaming's become.
It's not just WoW that's
Yeah, every single game has
Yeah.
descended into this where they pander to the lowest common denominator, which, I'll be honest,
pays the bills. You
no,
can't argue
I'm
with
not
it.
even going to say that. It's not. I'm not against it.
No.
Because games now have changed entirely. I mean, we demonstrated this. We went back and played arcade games.
Yeah.
They were difficult as hell.
Yeah. Oh, fuck
They
yeah.
are murder to play. But at the same time, there's not really a story to them.
No.
There's nothing to keep you playing other
Again-
than, this is difficult, do it better, damn it. And it's your personal kind of, "Rah!" Whereas if it's story driven and you can't get past a certain point, you're going to get frustrated and walk off. You're not going to finish that story.
Yeah. Well, no. We're in a. It's not WoW that killed the market. It's saturation that's killed the market. We have more choice.
Yeah.
The games that were back then, the games in the arcades, We played and played and played because we had no other choice. We couldn't just sack that copy of...
They weren't that long either. You could finish them and think, I can do it better. Whereas now when you finish a game, you think, fucking hell, that was a slog. I've been playing this for 50 odd hours.
Well, no, even the games back then that were long, look at your original Metal Gears.
Yeah.
They were long games. But they were long games because they were challenging and they were difficult. But they were difficult because they had to make them forcibly difficult to keep you busy for that long.
Yeah.
Because they needed you busy for that long for the next game to come out.
Yeah.
And you kept playing it because if Metal Gear had come out now with the same difficulty level and you had 20 other games to choose from, no fucker would have ever finished it. The franchise would have died on its ass. It would. The franchise would have died on its ass because people would have got halfway through and thought, fuck it, it's not worth it. Now the fact that the occasional game comes in, like Dark Souls...
Yeah. Something that just takes your world and turns it upside down and you go...
But people keep going back to that for the novelty factor of, this is what it was like.
I want to point out, I was playing Contra the other day.
Yep.
I kick ass at Contra. Who'd have thought it, right? I played that game to death on the NES,
Yeah.
and I thought, I've read that it's a difficult game. I know it sounds daft, but I played it as a kid. I played it to death, and I did finish it on the NES. So I never thought of it as a difficult game. I thought it was just a game.
Yeah.
So after going back and playing it and realising I still kick ass on that game, I was like, I did a little dance, I'll be honest. I'm actually still good at one game. Gradius, terrible. Can't play that game. But yeah, I'll put you on that next time you come round.
Yeah, well, it's Red 5 CEO, and he was a WoW developer, and he says that I think we've killed the MMO genre. It's become too casualised. There's no challenge in the genre anymore, and that's why games are having to go freemium, because anything with a challenge isn't drawing in the subscriptions that it would have done.
Yeah.
And I agree. There's something to be said for a game with a challenge. However, there's also something to be said with a game with the casual nature of World of Warcraft, and the fact that I can take a month off from it, drop back in, and still be on par with the top players.
Well, they got a lucky mix to start with.
Yeah.
And then they managed to kind of shape the industry from that point. Once they had the mass market, they could do anything they wanted, really.
This week, though, it's looking like they're adding microtransactions to the game. They popped up on the test realm. They've been data mined certain items for an in-game cash shop.
Yeah.
This is worrying territory for me.
This is the fall of World of Warcraft.
Well, actually, it's worrying territory, but it's also positive territory, depending on which way it goes. Now, they've said, Blizzard themselves have spotted that it's been data mined. They knew it was going to be data mined because, well...
Everything is data mined.
Everything is data mined. There's nothing is a surprise in that game anymore. But their statement is that these things are in the test realm because they are investigating it as a possible method to get into other markets where subscription models don't work.
That's it. Not everyone has the capital to throw down, do they?
Yeah.
Whereas if they can play it for free and...
So think your China's... Well, they've got a deal over in China, but think Taiwan, think Russia, think anywhere that they can't get a proper subscription base running.
Where people... Because the game hasn't got worldwide success, has it?
No.
It's doing well in certain regions, and it has got a lot of players. Yeah. But if you can get more by simply dropping that initial subscription, because that is a big stumbling block for some.
Drop the subscription and go free to play.
Yeah.
However, once they've got the technology, the push will start. The moment they have a free to play model for World of Warcraft, that's when the push will start for the entire game to go free to play.
Doesn't it make you wonder what's going to happen with Titan?
I already assumed Titan was going to be free to play.
Yeah, because the industry changed massively from where WoW was and where WoW is now.
The industry is completely, apart from a few niche, nobody is capable of sustaining a subscription anymore.
No. Because of WoW, they've ruined it.
Yeah.
They're the guy with the big dick that ruins a girl. It's just not. That's the only analogy I can think of. Oh.
That's a bad analogy.
How is it? It kind of works. They gouged out the market. Sorry. Should we move on?
No. It's a bad analogy because I'm going to say I hope your other half isn't watching.
I honestly expect she's given up by this point. Yeah.
Because I think you're trying to tell me something there.
Yes, there's a reason she doesn't go out with other blokes.
Well played.
Yeah, thank you. It's not often I'm that quick, especially after a few beers. So, WoW killed
subscription.
Where to go now.
Legendary.
WoW killed the conversation.
Legendary have said, sticking on World of Warcraft, the reason the World of Warcraft film is taking so goddamn long is because they can't afford to fuck it up.
Yeah. You pretty much, if you ruin a WoW film, you've ruined your reputation completely.
I think Legendary would survive beyond killing WoW.
I know, but
I think Legendary could do a Yui Ball.
They want
survive.
to be the production group that create a good game movie.
Yeah, that's where it stands.
Yeah.
If Legendary can pull off
it's that whole if they can't do it, nobody can mentality.
If Legendary can pull off a good gaming movie, then they have pretty much signed themselves up to every gaming movie for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
If they can pull off World of Warcraft, they've got a decade's worth of films
honestly,
there.
I still think that's a hell of a game to go for. It's not mass market. World of Warcraft, I know it's a big game, right?
No.
But it's not big in terms of movies.
No.
It's a big game because it has a lot of people playing it, but the storylines are still quite niche.
Do the comparison, and you've got your World of Warcraft, and remember that we're talking Warcraft in general. You've got the entire lore. You've got elves. You've got orcs. You've got Lord of the fucking Rings running around.
And there's the problem. You've got Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings exists. It's been a movie. People have watched it.
Yeah, but that didn't stop Harry Potter being around.
No,
that
Harry
didn't
Potter
stop
was
Twilight being
more
around.
successful.
That didn't stop the fucking 50 Shades books, which are fan fiction for Twilight, being turned into a film.
Yeah, they're also terribly written. But either way, Harry Potter is massively more successful than Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
By many orders of magnitude. And it's not the same thing. It's not elves and orcs and battles. It's a kid's version of elves and orcs and battles.
It's a kid's version of elves and orcs and battles.
It's wizardry and learning and finding yourself and Emma Watson. I mean, that is just...
Sorry, I was thinking of Emma Watson then.
It's not the same kind of thing.
But the same fantasy. It plays into that market, and it's the World of Warcraft.
There's a stigma still attached to it.
There'll be the stigma attached to it, but if it's done well, then the crowds will come.
I think they'll get a reasonable turnout. I think they'll make the money back, but I don't think it'll be mass market.
I think they have to do something spectacular. I agree, they have to do something spectacular to be mass market, but if they do it right, and they find that one thing that appeals to the masses on top of the fact that it's World of Warcraft.
To me, World of Warcraft is still the people that go and stand in Games Workshop.
If they put Emma Watson as a hot female night elf.
No, too far. But to me, World of Warcraft is Games Workshop. It's little sweaty teenagers painting models, unable to deal with women. Fiona actually made a joke walking by. I don't want to end it there because that sounds like she doesn't make many. But we're walking by Games Workshop. She said, "Should we go in?" It's like, no, you can't go in. You're not allowed. You're a girl. She meant it as a joke, but the fact is,
I would have called her bluff. I would have called her bluff at that point.
The fact is, it's that cliche that still actually stands. Gaming cliches, they've dropped apart now because people have understood that gamers are all demographics. They are all Warhammer and that kind of stuff. Kind of
but there's a difference.
The original kind of
I know.
Go back through its roots. that hasn't changed.
No.
That is still very much the long-haired, sweaty, spotty kids that don't function socially.
I think at some point we're going to have to take Simon up on his offer and actually play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, the annoying thing is, right, as a kid, I would love to have played Warhammer and such.
Yeah.
But I was put off by the people that play.
Yeah.
Mike Lockwood
Yeah.
had all of the figures and everything, but had no one to play with. Because he liked painting the figures, he liked the concept of the game, but nobody in their right mind would socialise with the kids that pick their arsehole and sniff the fingers. So it's just not...
No, but Si has said we can go to any one of his dungeon runs, and we're going to have to do that at some point. Because I think it's been too long. I used to do it when I was a very early teen. 11, 12.
And then you realise,
and then 13,
I still get my head kicked in.
13, I moved on to console estate and discovered beer.
Beer, internet, porn. They're the three things you need at 13. Wait, 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
we
at least wait till I was 14. I mean, I look 6. So. Swings and roundabouts.
But they were there, and then other things appeared, and it was all good.
Yeah, they're called breasts.
But I would like to at least try and get involved in Dungeons and Dragons again at some point.
If we go back full circle, but that's what I think is standing between World of Warcraft and critical acclaim. I think the stigma attached. People are still a bit wary of. Because the cool kids in school, they're not going to go see it.
No.
Even though they might enjoy it.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. The World of Warcraft brand will kill the film. But if they do...
Yeah, you never think you'd ever say that, would you?
Yeah.
Such a massive brand in the gaming world. Even people that wouldn't necessarily...
World of Warcraft could kill the film.
Yeah.
I would actually like to see an experiment at this point. An experiment is popping into my mind at this point. Release the film first. Release the film as just a film. And then tell people it's a World of Warcraft film.
Well, I for one would never go see a World of Warcraft film, but I want to go play the game. I've always wanted to play World of Warcraft, but I knew if I did, I'd probably get addicted and die. So I never did.
Yeah.
But I would never go see a film, ever. Then again, Lord of the Rings don't appeal to me, so...
Yeah.
Well,
don't go see the fucking Hobbit films.
Oh, I've seen Hobbit.
It's shit, isn't it?
I quite enjoyed it. But I think that's the point.
Yeah,
It's not for...
It's not for me.
Fans, it's not for the big geeks.
It's not for me.
Yeah. I think, honestly, that is it.
Right, should we move on from this to DarkSpore, which is one of those weird...
I'm just going to point something out here. That is an interesting counter going at the bottom of there. We can see the frames per second running on this video, and the amount of dropped frames. They're both going up at the same speed.
Oh no!
This is going to be the jerkiest video ever created.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, carry on.
I need a beer.
Yeah, I've just killed everything by it. I've got this much left. That is the end of my beer run.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But I've got to cycle home, so...
DarkSpore. Shall we talk about DarkSpore and the fact that... Well, basically, EA done fucked up with DarkSpore. It's been piss poorly developed.
That should be a meme now.
Yeah.
EA just seem to screw up a lot.
It's been piss poorly developed, it's been buggy as fuck, and for the last 2 months it's been practically unplayable.
Mm.
And then last week, in fact, no, not last week, this week, you couldn't even save your fucking characters. The character creation just died. And this is a game that requires always-on connection. Because it's internet connected and it makes sense in the context of the game. You're meeting other Spore characters because it's based on the Spore universe. Actually, I should play Spore again.
It's full of dicks, don't bother.
It is, yes.
Yeah, it's full of penises, that's why you stop playing. We've covered this before. Carry on, move on.
But
what's DarkSpore for? Don't say it.
No, it's not. But think the character creator, and then you go off and kind of... I think it's Diablo-esque.
Yeah.
In just dungeon running. But the problem is, it requires the always-on connection, and the servers have been shit ever since day one. It's been running for 2 years. The servers have been crap, but the last 2 months have been terrible. To the point where this week, Steam went, "Fuck off! You're not selling this on our store anymore." Effectively.
Yeah, that's pretty bad though, isn't it? To get to a point where Steam have kicked you off after 2 years.
Yeah.
That means they've
well, it's the second time Steam have kicked an EA game off their store for server troubles.
It's daft, isn't it? You would... Oh dear. You kind of think to yourself, how can you get it so wrong?
Well, this is the on the grand scheme of things. Now, it turned out that this may have been a lone developer talking out, because there was an official statement saying this is not the case.
I want to say, and I'm predicting the future here, ex-developer.
Yeah.
He's not going to be around.
Well, somebody from EA said, yeah, DarkSpore, we've pretty much washed our hands of it, where we're no longer actively developing it. Any bugs in the game at this point will exist forever, and the servers, we're pretty much at this point considering turning them off.
Yeah.
After 2 years. Now this bodes well for SimCity, in the same way that an asteroid hurtling towards the planet bodes well for our environment.
Yeah. Well, it does actually.
At this point?
Yeah, think about it. Destroy human life, and then the environment would get to grow and be fine. Bad example, really.
I bow down to your... I cannot fault the logic.
Superior logic, there.
Well, anyway, it bodes well for EA, for SimCity, and more openly the Xbox cloud system and all this. The cloud is the
cloud is the enemy. Damn it!
No, the cloud is not the enemy, but the cloud the cloud is the solution that will solve everything.
It's not. It's the enemy. I've just said it. It's the enemy. The problem with the cloud is the amount of pressure people put on it.
Yeah.
If it was used in, let's say cloud gaming is a proper thing, say Gaikai or OnLive or so on.
Oh no, I'm not going as far as cloud gaming.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is all the games that are saying we're doing cloud processing.
But that's the point. It's not, is it? It's half-assed.
Yeah.
It's you're doing a bit, we're doing a bit.
Yeah.
That's not cloud processing. That's offloading a tiny bit so they can keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
But if the key point of this is even though EA have said this is not true, the fact that somebody within EA was thinking after 2 years this game isn't worth sustaining anymore, turn off the fucking servers.
Yeah.
At which point the game becomes unplayable because the servers aren't there to be playing it on. That's what the problem is.
Yeah. The main thing for me is it's like them admitting defeat. We've made a game with no lifespan. We'll just turn it off.
Yeah.
And there's still people that are just discovering the game that have only been playing it for a month or two. Because, let's be honest, we don't all discover games at the same time, do we? I've just received 26 emails at once. What the fuck is happening? Seriously.
That's not even the spam, is it?
No, these are all legitimate emails.
Fuck.
Somebody favorited a tweet.
Woohoo! That's spam.
I think I already know which one it is, yeah. Fiona threw my cookies out the window. I know this sounds like a ridiculous statement, but we went out to cinema to see Despicable Me 2, which is brilliant. Definitely go see it.
Damn you! I was going to go see it earlier this week, but Joe felt ill, so it's
awesome. It is unbelievable. It's pretty much Rabbids, because they're the same personality, aren't they? Minions and Rabbids are the same thing. Anyway, I went to go see it. On the way back, I had a craving for something bad for me, so I went and got cookies from the shop. But I got oatmeal and raisin cookies, which apparently, if I'm going to get something bad for me, aren't bad enough. Fiona in disgust threw them out the car window as I was driving away. I had to stop the car, do a U-turn, and go back and pick them up.
Why did you not just go to the shop and buy more sweets?
Because they're my cookies. I don't want to spend more on cookies. I picked them up out of a gutter. Awesome. Yeah, honestly, it's the best film ever. It's better than the original Despicable Me.
Yeah, we only just got round to watching it a couple of months
back. I watched it the night before. I've never seen Despicable Me, and I thought, oh, that's good. They're kind of like Rabbids. In the next one, they are just Rabbids.
The minions are awesome.
Yeah.
let's move on from DarkSpore then, and the fact that Steam... I'm not even sure where we were going with that one.
We've dropped as many frames as we've picked up. This isn't good.
I know, I'm tempted. I'm worried about that.
I kind of want to see what happens.
Yeah, I don't.
So, moving on. DarkSpore dead.
Love Island's version of Saints Row 4, do you want to talk about that?
It's pretty much just Australia and Germany rejoice.
Yeah, literally, in order to get through the borders, they've created a low violence version. And it probably will only ever release in those regions, but...
It's pretty much, in Germany, don't display blood, don't mention the war.
Yeah.
Either of those things you banned. So, obviously got around that. Australia...
Don't show an anal probe.
Excuse me, what?
That's what it was banned for.
Really?
Because the anal probe gun was classified as a scene of sexual violence.
Fantastic.
That's what got them banned in Australia.
Australia, let's be honest, they are very strict.
Yeah.
They also pay over the odds for games, which we've never figured out.
No.
I don't understand this one, because somebody mentioned the fact you can import games from America when you're in Australia.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah.
How can it be cheaper to buy a game from America? Get it flown across?
Don't fucking ask.
Yeah, never mind. Gran Turismo 6 demo is available now. I'd like to dedicate more time to this, but it's a demo of a racing game, which is probably going to be very similar to the last racing game they released.
I only put this link in here to make him happy.
Yeah. It's a good game. Just download it. I'm going to.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we can go further with that.
Every PlayStation 4 will become bundled with something called the Playroom. Now, the Playroom is a piece of software that takes full advantage. It's basically AR for the PlayStation camera, the PlayStation Eye. So they're bundling this software with every PlayStation 4, but not bundling the hardware that's needed to run it.
Yeah. It's kind of like... You're saying this in a slightly facetious manner, but at the same time, SingStar. Not everyone has a microphone, but you can get SingStar.
But picking up a USB microphone is not exactly difficult.
And picking up an iToy isn't exactly difficult.
It is. It's quite expensive.
Yeah, but it's not difficult.
Yeah, picking up a cheap USB microphone. Picking up a cheap USB microphone is a doddle.
Yeah, fair point. I'm not against this because
I'm not against it. I'm just saying it's a bit weird.
They're being a bit cheeky, basically.
Yeah.
They're going, oh, free software. And everyone goes, yay! You're going to need this. Oh, okay.
A USB microphone is a couple of quid. A PlayStation Eye is not.
It's still cheaper than Xbox and Kinect and is more powerful.
Yeah.
Just saying. So all those people that say, that nonsense argument. Sorry, I'm such a fanboy, I know, but that nonsense argument, well, they didn't include the price of the iToy in there. It's still cheaper and it's a more powerful console.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Microsoft. You've done it wrong.
I'm still not going to buy the PlayStation Eye. Instead, I'll buy 2 games.
Yeah, me too. For the time being, I might get an eye further down the line.
Yeah.
Not straight away. And that's the joy. We can choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can turn it off. So, gamers are...
There is a small group of gamers, I'm part of them, that is actually starting a petition. Somebody from Nintendo said that they would consider making Zelda a playable character in a Zelda game, as in Princess Zelda, a playable character in a game, if the community showed that was what they wanted from the games.
Yeah.
So I have joined a group, and I urge everybody to join a group to prove that, fuck it, that is what we want. I don't care. Zelda is a princess of an entire fucking kingdom. She's running an entire kingdom. She's practically a bloody god. Why the hell does she need some little shit in green tights to save her every time?
In my eyes, Zelda really should be... if Zelda was playable, it should be more of an RTS type game.
I'd happily accept that.
Yeah, because obviously she's
running the kingdom, yeah.
But at the same time, I grew up with a generation of plumbers that saved princesses, damn it. And if you haven't got a helpless princess, what have you got? Exactly. Who are you going to save? A mushroom?
Why not?
Yeah, fair play. But this is the point. I mean,
I'm sorry, but saving your princess is not about saving the princess. It's about returning status quo to the Mushroom Kingdom. It's about putting the queen back on control, not Bowser, the spiky fucking turtle bastard.
or her piece on the side, as it's known.
Yeah.
Clearly, she got kidnapped a lot. Right?
Well, the fact that Bowser Jr. refers to Peach as Mama.
Didn't he refer to everyone as Mama?
No.
Oh, that's twisted. That's just wrong.
Mario Sunshine. He actually uses the phrase, "Oh, so you're my mother."
Oh dear.
Or something along those lines. Basically, it's more to do with Peach's response. It's not when Bowser Jr. says, "You're my mama" and all that lot.
Yeah.
Peach doesn't respond with a disgust or her response is something along the lines, "Oh, so you're Bowser's kid."
I see. Yes. I can see that now. It's the shell and the spikes that gives it away.
Yeah. So basically, Bowser and Peach at least once got it on and created Bowser Jr.
As far as I'm concerned, it's an old franchise. It subscribes to the old "I am man, let me protect woman" nonsense.
No, but
let it be.
No, it's been done. Zelda was it may not have been a playable character, but I think it was Wind Waker, the character that was playing alongside you, the female ship captain, turned out to be Zelda in the end.
Oh, nice. I'm going to pretend I knew that. Yeah.
I can't remember which game it was, but there was one of the games where there was a female side character that was playing alongside you, and it turned out to be Zelda in disguise.
Saving Zelda.
And then no, because you weren't saving Zelda at that point. The moment she realised, the moment she admitted she was Zelda, she was captured, and then you were saving her.
Right. Okay. Of course.
But until that point, she was a kick-ass ship captain.
I don't know where to go with this.
I think that's a good point to end the podcast, really.
Excuse me. So, free PC games.
No, they're the extra time stuff. There's a mod that allows you to play as the Hulk in Grand Theft Auto 4, and it's fucking awesome. Watch the video.
Nice.
An infographic on all of our voice actors.
That was pretty cool. The big circle thing. Yeah, I like that one. That was really good, actually.
And PlayStation Plus gets Battlefield 3, which we've touched on.
And Saints Row.
And Saints Row.
Yeah, I set them down. They're massive.
They're fucking huge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my hard drive's full now.
Mine is too full to even start the downloads.
Yeah, what was that first one?
Somebody's made an old school 2D side-scrolling platformer thing called Ripple.0, and it's actually really good.
Nice. It's kind of like Sonic mixed with Stride.
Yeah.
I can read headlines. If you ever want to talk to us, you can find me on Twitter as D_Gow. He is
DrunkenGamer.
And you can find us at 8bitalliance.com. We also have Facebook as well, /Drinky Talky Thingy, and Twitter /8bitalliance. And
the YouTube channel.
This is why we get confused. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, the YouTube account, you can get to that on 8bitalliance.com /YouTube.
Apparently Paddy's in a rush to leave.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm dying for a piss too.